Hello everyone, Tech1421 here. Another quarter Quell is upon us for these MCPVP hardcore games. This time I'm going to be trying to qualify in the month of February 2015. And this very first game was a very exciting one. I decided to qualify with the Portal kit, which needed 10 wins. All the kits needed either 5 or 10 wins this time around. I will be going through all the kits that you could qualify with, as well as how many kills or how many wins you needed with each kit in order to qualify for this month's quarter Quell. And I'll quickly go through kind of the rundowns. If you've never seen a quarter Quell before, if you don't know anything about it, that's where this first episode comes in. I do quickly want to talk about the gameplay though, because it was a very exciting gameplay and I really did enjoy this particular game. This is actually my first game I played with the Portal kit trying to qualify for the quarter Quell for February 2015. Right away, I died at the very beginning. I got stuck in a hole, a little ravine thing, and spent pretty much the entire invincibility period trying to get out of it. And then I spawned next to this windmill, and there's also a treehouse little thing to the right of me. And I saw a player or two. I didn't know how many people were in this windmill. I didn't know how many people were around, so I quickly just made myself a wooden sword. And then I went over to 2 people, and they were fighting. I actually managed to get both kills on them, and they had really good stuff. And then I kind of just use that materials that I got from these 2 players that I killed, and use that to kind of propel me to the victory in this game. So it is a very, very fun little gameplay, and hopefully you do enjoy it. So anyways, let's go ahead and talk about this month's quarter Quell. So the quarter Quell is a pretty fun little thing that MCPVP started doing a few years back. I think they only did about 1 or 2, and then they decided to do it regularly, month to month. So this month, the month of February, they have 25 kits that you can qualify with. I will be going through the entire rundown of it, but essentially how it works is you have to be one of the first 10 people to get a particular amount of wins with a certain kit. And if you manage to get either 5 or 10 wins, depending on the kit, if you're one of the first 10 people, then you actually qualify for the tournament. Now the tournament's going to be on February 28th at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. So for me, it's going to be 9 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. Not that big of a deal. I can easily, wake up and play in that. So I'm literally looking forward to doing that. But essentially, when you qualify for the tournament, you can choose, when you actually play in the tournament, you can choose from any of the 25 kits to actually use in the tournament itself. This is going to be a no soup quarter Quell, and they have been rotating them back and forth. Last month was a soup quarter Quell, and if you want to see the highlights of that, I posted that on my channel, as well as all the qualification period for that one. So a little thing they did between last month and this month is last month they had from anywhere from 10 to 20 wins you needed to get for any particular kit, and then they kind of dimmed it down a little bit, so now it's 5 to 10. So I will be going through the list right here, so let's go ahead and do that. Adventurer, 5 wins you needed. Archer, 10 wins. Camel, 5 wins. Cannibal, 10 wins. Checkpoint, 5 wins. Copycat, 10. Digger, 10. Forger, 10. Glider, 5. Hades, 5. Jumper, 5. Launcher, 10. Milkman, 5. Neo, 5. Pickpocket, 5. Portal, which I did, 10 wins. Salvager, 5. Scorch, 5, which actually AM1520 qualify with the Scorch kit, and I helped him out do that. If you want to see highlights from his qualification period, go ahead and check out his channel, which will be in the descriptions down below. Stomper, 10 wins, which I really wanted to try to qualify with, but it filled up pretty quick. A lot of people were going for that. Switcher, 10. Thor, 10. Turtle, 10. Wisp, 5. Polymorph, 5. And Worm at 10 to last but not least, Worm. So Worm was a pretty cool kit too, but it needed 10 wins. So going through this, I had a few kits in mind that I wanted to try to qualify with, but unfortunately, I wanted to try to qualify with a kit that needed only 5 wins, but that didn't really happen because I was trying to help both Stiffades and Amp qualify first off. So by the time that those 2 qualified, all the 5 kits, all the kits that needed 5 wins were pretty much full. So I decided to go with Portal because no one was really going for it. Oddly enough, there are a few kits such as Digger, going through the list here, Launcher, and there was one more that I saw. Actually, maybe that's just it. But there's a few kits that didn't fill up completely. They had like 9 people out of 10 by the end of the qualification period. The qualification period is closed by now, so we have set in stone all the people that are going to be in the quarter quell. Some kits to look out for, I think, are Adventurer later in the game if someone manages to get full diamond armor. Also in the quarter quell itself, you're only limited to one teammate. So if you think about all these like traps you can use with a lot of different people, you can't actually do that. You're going to have to make only 2-player traps. So you might see Adventure Launcher be a thing in the quarter quell, and I'm not really sure why they put those 2 kits together in this quarter quell, so I'm going to have to watch out for that. Checkpoint's a pretty solid kit, as well as Digger can be decent, but I don't think a lot of people are going to go for that. But Checkpoint is pretty good to get away from things. And then Launcher, watch out for those traps. I think Thor is going to be a hugely used kit, as well as probably Stomper, but again, you have to watch out for those Thors if you are making a Stomper tower. So there's a lot of unique things. A Worm could be used pretty well too. You won't have to worry about running out of food or anything like that. You just, you know, go through the dirt. So there's a lot of kits that could be used pretty good, but I think for the most part you're going to see a lot of people using Thor, and also probably Cannibal too, so people run out of hunger. So those are my thoughts on this month's quarter quell, and I guess we'll just wrap up the gameplay real quick. Throughout the whole course of the gameplay, really, I got a bunch of kills for myself, which was really nice, and I saw this person at the very end here. They're going through a pile of loot. They had just killed a Beastmaster, or someone that had dogs at least, and my Pyro's torch thing really came in handy this entire game. So I think I got around like 7 or 8 kills. You can probably count for yourself, but that is my first win. That was my first game that I played, so we're 1 for 1. Things didn't really work out as well as it did in this game for the rest of the 9 wins, but nonetheless, I will see everyone with the next part in this. I will have 5 different parts. This very first episode, we talked about all the kits. In episode number 2, I'm going to be talking about my strategies that I qualified. Episode number 3, I'm going to talk about a random topic to do with the quarter quell. I think I'm going to go with like teaming, my thoughts on teaming in the quarter quell. Episode number 4, we're going to thank some people that helped me out. Episode 5, we're going to talk about strategies for the quarter quell. Part number 6 is going to be the quarter quell itself, the no soup quarter quell. My teammate's probably going to be M1520, and be sure to watch out for that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the very first part. If you guys can leave a like on this very first part to get off the mini-series started on a good note, that'd be greatly appreciated, and I'll see everyone with part number 2 very shortly. Take it easy, everyone. Peace.